Hello everyone, this is Joshua DD9000 here, back with another video. Hopefully my voice sounds a lot more clear. I'm using my smartphone to record it rather than the microphone that just comes with my PC because looking back on the previous tutorial that I did, I wasn't too pleased with the audio quality, but I'm using my smartphone, so hopefully it sounds better. This is a tutorial video, and today we're going to be going through how to set up Car's Hi-Octane, more specifically I believe it's called it's given like a wheel number. This is a here we go, it is version 1.922, and this is fixed right there. This is what I like to call Car's Hi-Octane. So in case you haven't watched the first tutorial that I made, I kind of went over some of the basic programs that you'll need. You will need Cars International for the PC version. You can download it off Steam. I already have it here. You'll also need a program called 7-Zip. It's basically a program that you use to extract files. Again, link's going to be in the description. Then you'll need the actual Hi-Octane mod itself, and the link will be in the description. This is what the website looks like. This is going to be version, oh, what's that? Oh, I do not like it when those videos pop up. It's really annoying. But anyways, the version that we're going to be looking at is, again, the version 1.922. This is the link right here. Again, I already have it downloaded, so if you need to download it, pause the video. So yeah, that's basically all you're going to need. So let's go ahead and start working through it. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is locate the DataPC folder for the Cars International game. And to do that, you're simply going to open File Explorer, and then you want to go to the hard drive that you specifically downloaded your video game on. So for me, that was my Windows C drive. Going to click that, then click on Steam. Then click on Steam Apps, click on Common. Then we got Cars International here. A little tip, I would recommend that you would actually save this specific folder into your quick access because we're going to be dragging certain files across from each other. So I would recommend that you do that. I already have it saved to my quick access here. You don't have to do this, but I would recommend it. So we're going to click into here, and this right here is the DataPC folder. Don't worry about anything else here. This is the DataPC folder is the only thing that we're going to be moving. And we're basically going to be swapping out the DataPC folder with the DataPC folder from the Hi-Octane mod. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag this out, and you're going to want to put it in a safe place. I already have a folder saved on my PC, so, and for me that's over at Pictures. Again, just waiting for it to just finish moving because these folders contain a lot of files. I'm going to move this DataPC into Cars International Mods folder, waiting for it to load. Okay, drag the DataPC folder into this folder. It's very important to stay organized, and you don't want to delete that DataPC folder. Very important that you do not delete it, because if you do delete it, you may have to uninstall Cars International and then reinstall it again in order to get that DataPC folder back. So don't delete it. Next thing what we're going to do is, using 7-Zip, we're simply going to extract the zip file from the Cars Hi-Octane mod. And remember, it is specifically the 1.922 fixed. This is the specific one I'm using. Others may have another version of Cars Hi-Octane. Again, this is the specific one that I'm using. So yeah, the same rules may or may not apply. So if you're using this version, good for you. So we're going to extract the files. Now, while it's extracting, there are a lot of different files within this folder. So you want to be very careful. Do not move this file until it is completely finished extracting. Okay, so now that we have officially finished extracting the files, we're simply going to click in the unzipped folder, grab the DataPC folder, and simply drag it over to the Mater National folder. Again, this is why you want to save it to quick access so that it will be a lot easier and you don't have to keep going through the Steam, then the Steam apps, and then the Common, you know. This just makes it a whole lot easier. And just like that, we are done. Now, this is officially it. We've fulfilled the basic requirement of playing Cars Hi-Octane. However, before we begin, I would like to point out that Cars Hi-Octane is not as stable as Cars Superdrive. It is an older version, so I'll give the fandom that, but it's not as stable. There are a lot of bugs. It does crash a lot more often. Some of those crashes are inevitable, but there are some crashes that you can fix. One example would be Mack. Mack, you know, Lightning McQueen's trailer does have audio, and he is in story mode, and if you drive towards him or even as close to Flo's VA Cafe, you may notice that the game will eventually crash. The reason why that happens is because the audio is corrupt, and whenever you drive towards Mack, the program basically tells Mack to say, hey, use a quote or a dialogue, but the dialogue doesn't work, and so therefore it crashes automatically. There's a simple answer to that problem. You just simply have to remove Mack's audio. So you click into the DataPC folder, click in the C folder, then go to audio, go into dialogue, then we're going to scroll down until we find Mack audio, and it's going to be spelled in all caps M-A-C-K. Right click that and delete it. And while we're at it, you may want to do the same thing for Chick Hicks as well. That's going to be spelled in all caps C-H-I. I had the same issue with Chick Hicks as well. His audio is corrupt. So, Mack and Chick Hicks, as far as I know, there are the only two characters that have this problem. If there are any other characters that have this problem, I believe that you could simply just follow the same steps that I just showed you. So yeah. And just like that, we're now ready to play Cars Hi-Octane. If you want to go ahead and launch the game, you can go ahead and do that. However, we are also going to be doing some extra stuff. But first, let me go ahead and start uploading it so I can sort of demonstrate some extra changes, because you can, in fact, believe it or not, modify some of the activities within this mod, and I'm going to show you what that means in a minute. So one of the things that's very interesting about Cars Hi-Octane is that you can, in fact, modify some of the things within the mod, such as changing loading screens, music, and in this case, you can change the map of Radiator Springs. Now, what you're looking at right now is just a little clip that I made of me playing Cars Hi-Octane, but instead with the Cars Mater National version of the Exploring Hub for Radiator Springs. Now, there is a file within the Cars Hi-Octane mod that allows you to swap the file so that you can play the game in the original Cars Mater National, not Cars Mater National, the Cars Video Game Exploring Hub, which includes a lot more space. Not having a lot of space was one of my personal greatest criticisms of Cars Mater National, but with this mod you can explore the entire Radiator Springs. So that's basically what we're going to do next. Okay, so now we are going to add in the original version of Radiator Springs, and it's actually really easy. So we're going to click into the mod folder. This is the right here, the 1922 version that's already been fixed. Click in the addable mods folder. So here is where you can basically do all the addable mods. You can change the loading screen, you can change main menu themes, you can change the boost sounds. For some reason, you can change the Racerama Chick Hits icon. I don't like it, so I'm not going to change it. And then we have the Radiator Springs from the first video game. Before I begin, I do want to go ahead and point out that while I'm going to show you how to go ahead and install this, if you're using this exact version of Cars Hi-Octane that I'm using, it comes with a README text document that basically has instructions on how to replace all of these certain things. But in this video, we're just going to be focusing on the Radiator Springs from the first game. According to the instructions, if you want the full Radiator Springs, here it is. Simply replace the RS Hub folder with the one which in Radiator Springs from the first game. So first what we're going to do is click in the Radiator Springs first video game folder. Click on C, click on Act. And now we have the activityoinfo.dat document. We're simply going to drag that into the Cars International folder. Then we're just going to follow the steps, go into DataPC, activity. That will go into, actually I may need to refresh some instructions. Which folder did it say? According to this, it goes into the C folder. That's right. And it goes into the act. And then you'll get this little thing that says destination already has a file. Name this. Just simply click replace. And voila, you've officially added the full Radiator Springs. So to show you, I'm going to simply go ahead and start uploading it. Also, please bear in mind that you will need to start a new profile if you want to play Cars Hi-Octane. I mean, the rules are pretty much the same for Super Drive. I clicked load profile. You may need to click new profile. I already have a profile created for this mod, but here it is. So as you can see, the new version of Radiator Springs has been, I guess not the new version, the old version of Radiator Springs, the full version has been added.
Hey, kid. Ha-ha, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Well everyone, that basically concludes this tutorial on how to install Cars Hi-Octane. Also how to modify Cars Hi-Octane so that you can play with the full version of Radiator Springs. I hope this tutorial was very helpful to you guys. Again, Happy New Year. I pray that this new year will be better than the last one. This is Joshua DD9000 signing off, saying goodbye, and as always, thank you for watching.